Hi, peoples of the internet. I'm back with art video today on Monday, June 15th. I'm very excited to just be back working. I've been working a little bit behind the scenes on some very exciting projects coming up. So please keep on visiting my blog and you'll see everything that's happening. Mainly right now I'm working on a big picture classes mini class with 4 videos doing art journaling. So I think that's going to be really something special. I'm going to be incredibly vulnerable and lay open my heart in this class, and I'll be sharing with you some of the some inspirational messages, I guess, that I'm thinking of sharing. So I think it's going to be quite awesome. So here you've seen how I've prepped my layout or my page with just a little bit of gesso and a card, spreading it really thin. I love this technique, and I think it's something that I'm just doing more and more, I find, even in my scrapbooking things. So a little bit of Mod Podge, and I'm going to adhere these book pages to the background. So this is going to be my background, and this is actually a very clever idea. And when I figured that out is when I was actually doing the journaling on this page. Then I realized how the lines of the book page was actually a great indication of where I should write. So that helped me keeping everything kind of straight. Not that that is at all a concern when I do journaling on these pages. Actually, it can look however it wants. To me, the most important part is just capturing that moment where the art that you created on the layout and the words that comes from your heart meets. So that's quite special, and I think that's why I love the art journaling process so incredibly much. Well, I must say, let me talk a little bit more while you see about my plan for this big picture classes with this art journaling class is to really, the theme is journaling your way through a hard time. So if you're going through a hard time now, it doesn't matter what it is, then this is something you really want to do. So I'm mixing some heavy gel with just a few drops of ink there. The ink is from Studio Calico, the Color Theory. And here is a template that I made, and you can find this on iHeartStudio. I have a little bundle for the 4 weeks of art journaling that I'm doing. This is the 3rd week. So the previous 2 videos, this one and then next week's one. And you can buy it for $9.99, which is a great deal, by the way. Right. It didn't come out perfectly. I think the gel is a little too not heavy enough, but I don't really mind, because in the end, everything I do on my art journal pages is just texture. That's the main thing. This is just a very fun way to clean your template, and that way you can just put it away and use it again. So now you just want to put your book aside and let it dry completely, and that's also why I love working with more than one page at a time, because right now, while my desk is messy and my hands are messy, I can just continue on the next book or page. So that's just a little tip. Here you can see it's all dry. So I'm going to go with blues and greens and more aqua colors on this page. But I'm starting off with this. I think this is, the color is unbleached white. I know it's weird, hey? It's not white at all, or parchment, one of those. And I'm just going to paint, and basically what I'm doing is I want to blend in the pages of the book on the page. So even if you squint your eyes, you can see how it blends in with the background. So already the edges of the page where I stuck it down is not very transparent. or visible, and that's exactly what I wanted. And now I'm just going to add a couple of embellishments, which is not something that I really do a lot on my art journaling, but these Maggie Holmes embellishments really spoke to me, and I think they look lovely on this particular page. So I'm just adding it with a bit of Mod Podge and just on the top and bottom, sort of balances the layout for me a little. And now just a little bit on top. You can see the paint is not 100% dry, but that's okay. Now you can just leave it, and then once it's dry, we'll go on to the next part, which is right now. Okay, so that's the cool thing of doing a video, is we don't actually have to wait for everything to dry. So working with some more acrylic paint, I'm just mixing that beautiful aqua with a little bit of white, and now I'm just going to paint around the edges of the bird, and I just want to soften the parchment, or that I don't know what color it is, the paper background color, let me call it that, just a little bit, so that you can almost it has to shine through the white, but it's softened quite a bit. Okay, and just work with clean water, and now I'm just mixing it and painting a little bit more. You will see that in the end I'm painting quite a bit of light blue and white over everything, but what I love about even the text part is that it still shines through everything. I just love this color blue. It's probably one of my favorite colors, and just to make the background this color just freshened the page up so much for me in the end, that I absolutely just loved it. So I've written in black, go after a life of love as if your life depends on it, because it does. It's out of 1 Corinthians 14 verse 1, I think, or 2 Corinthians, no, 1 Corinthians, sorry. And now I just wanted to give a little bit more detail to that top flower, so I decided to Mod Podge one of my spring bundle images on there, and I think I'm done. I'm just going to wait for it to let it dry, and this was done quite a few weeks ago, and I just added the journaling this morning, and now I'm just inking the edges with that Color Theory ink pad, and I just wanted to darken it a tiny bit just to bring them together, and I just absolutely love how this layout turned out. So thank you so much for watching another art journal video, and I'll see you next week with another one. Bye bye.